Good morning, dear students. Now let us move on to our last session of this topic, that is boron hydrides, and also the last session for this semester. Okay. So the next session, that is boron hydrides or boranes. Boron hydrides or boranes. So as the name suggests itself, it will be boron as well as hydrogen compounds, isn't it? Boron hydrides or boranes. And also there are three types of boron hydrides or boranes, and also these boranes, they are analogous with alkanes. That is, alkanes means it will be having carbon as well as hydrogens, isn't it? Similarly, boranes also, it will be having boron and hydrogen. So therefore we can say that this boranes, they are analogous with alkanes. Okay, so that is the first point. These boranes are analogous with alkanes. Then three important classification are there for boranes, that is closoboranes. That is the first category, closoboranes. Then the next category, that is the nidoboranes, Nido, and the third one, that is the arachnoboranes, ARACHNO, arachnoboranes, closo, nido and arachno. And also these three types of boranes, they have got a general formula. Okay, closoboranes, the general formula is BnHn plus 2. BnHn plus 2 for closoboranes. Then for nidoboranes, it is BnHn plus 4. Nidoboranes, BnHn plus 4. That is, number of N is the number of boron atoms, and plus 4 gives the number of hydrogen atoms. Okay, so that is nidoboranes. Then for arachno, the formula, it will be like this, BnHn plus 6. Okay, so closo, it will be BnHn plus 2. Nido, it will be BnHn plus 4. And for arachno, it will be BnHn plus 6. Okay. Then you can go through some of the examples also. For closoboranes, it will be boron, number of boron is 2. Then what about starting number, it will be 3. Okay, so if it is B3, then hydrogen will be 3 plus 2, 5. Okay, like that it goes on. So that is the case of closoboranes. Then in the case of nidoboranes, you have to go through all these examples later. Just a minute. Okay, closoboranes, let us not go through this example for the time being. Okay. Then coming to nidoboranes, the number, let if number of boron atoms, if it is 2, then the number of hydrogen atoms will be 2 plus 4, 6, B2H6. Okay, that is a diborane. Okay, diborane. So for nido, I will be writing some of the examples. Nidoboranes, that is BnHn plus 4. So the first one, the smallest one, that is the diborane, B2H6. That is diborane. Then comes B5. Then H will be, hydrogen will be 9. That is pentaborane, isn't it? 5 boron atoms are there. So it is pentaborane. This is diborane. And the second one is pentaborane. And then B6H10. 6 plus 4. Okay. That is hexaborane. Like that it goes on. Okay. Then B8H12 are there. B8H12. Then that is octaborane. Then B10H14. That is decaborane. That is 10 boron atoms are there. Okay. This is octaborane and this is decaborane. Okay. So these are some of the nidoboranes. Similarly, we have got this arachnoboranes also. So for arachno series, the starting element, that is B4H10. Okay, B4H10, it is tetraborane. See the number of boron atoms, N is equal to 4, and the formula for arachno is BnHn plus 6. So 4 plus 6, 10. Okay, so it is a tetraborane. Similarly, B5H11, 5 plus 6, okay, 11. So it is pentaborane. Then B6H12, that is hexaborane. Then B8H14, octaborane. B9H15, that is nonaborane, N-O-N-A, nonaborane. Then B10H16, that is decaborane. Okay. So these are some of the nido as well as arachnoboranes. Then you have to go through in detail the case of diborane. Okay. Next is diborane, and also the formula for diborane is B2H6. This is very important, diborane, B2H6. See here, first one, the preparation of diborane. So first method of preparation by the reaction of sodium borohydride, NaBH4, sodium borohydride and iodine in presence of diglyme. Sodium borohydride and iodine in presence of diglyme. See, diglyme, it is the formula for diglyme is CH3O CH2, then again CH2O, then again CH2, CH2O, then CH3. Okay, so this is the structure of diglyme. CH3O CH2, CH2O, then CH2, CH2O, CH3. This is diglyme. So the reaction, it will be like this. Write down the reaction. 2NaBH4 plus I2 giving in presence of diglyme, in presence of diglyme, then it will be B2H6 plus H2 plus 2NaI. B2H6 plus H2 plus 2NaI. Okay, so this is the preparation or the reaction of diborane. B2H6 is formed, it is a diborane. Then the second one, that is by the reduction of BCl3. Reduction of BCl3. What is BCl3? It is boron trichloride. Reduction of BCl3 with the help of lithium aluminium hydride. See, lithium aluminium hydride, it is a very good reducing agent. So the reduction of boron trichloride, it is used in presence of lithium aluminium hydride. So 4 molecules of BCl3 plus 3 molecules of lithium aluminium hydride giving 2 molecules of diborane, B2H6, B2H6, 2 molecules of diborane plus 3 molecules of AlCl3 plus 3 LiCl. Okay, for BCl3 plus lithium aluminium hydride, we will be obtaining this diborane, B2H6. That is the second reaction. Plus AlCl3 plus LiCl, lithium chloride, then aluminium chloride. Okay, hope you had written the reaction. Then the next reaction, the third method of preparation. Third method of preparation by passing a silent electric discharge. Third method of preparation by passing a silent electric discharge through this boron chloride vapor, boron trichloride vapors. So BCl3 plus 6H2, 2 BCl3 plus 6 hydrogen. Silent electric discharge, it is passed over a mixture of hydrogen and boron trichloride. Okay, so here you have to write down silent electric discharge. So a silent electric discharge is passed over a mixture of boron trichloride and hydrogen. So we will be obtaining this diborane plus 6 molecules of HCl. Okay, so here this silent electric discharge, it is carried under a very low pressure. Okay, so that is one condition. So this is the method of preparation. Then the fourth method of preparation, that is by the reduction of this boron trifluoride. The fourth method of preparation by the reduction of gaseous boron trifluoride, gaseous BF3. Okay, and here the reducing agent used is sodium hydride, NaH is sodium hydride. So this BF3, it is reduced using sodium hydride. So 2 molecules of BF3 plus 6 NaH. 6 NaH in presence at a temperature of 180 degrees Celsius, diborane is formed, B2H6 plus 6 NaF. Okay, so this is another method of preparation. Boron trifluoride on reduction in presence of sodium hydride at 180 degrees Celsius. Then the next one, that is regarding the physical properties of diborane. Physical properties of diborane. See, diborane, it is a colorless gas. It's a colorless gas. Then it has got a foul smell. Also highly toxic. Foul smell, then highly toxic. Then the boiling point, it is about minus 93 degree Celsius. It has got a very low boiling point. Okay. It is a colorless gas, foul smell, highly toxic, and boiling point minus 93 degree Celsius. Then the next, we can go through the chemical properties. Chemical properties. First reaction. See, diboranes can be prepared under different conditions. By changing the temperature and pressure, we can prepare different types of diboranes. Okay, different types of diboranes. So, first reaction, diborane B2H6. From this diboranes we can prepare several other higher diboranes at different temperatures as well as different pressure. Okay, so this is diborane. Diborane on heating to a temperature of 80 to 90 degrees Celsius, and also the pressure, it is about 200 atmospheric pressure, heating to about 5 hours. We will be having B4H10. B4H10. See, what about this compound, this borane, this diborane? It is which one? Closo or Nido or Arachino? B4H10 means, for Arachino, the formula is BnHN plus 6, isn't it? So this is an arachnoborane, isn't it? So from this diborane, we had prepared an arachnoborane at a temperature of 80 to 90 degrees Celsius, 200 atmospheric pressure, and 5 hours heating. Okay. Then again, one more reaction, B2H6 plus hydrogen on treating with hydrogen at a temperature of 200 to 250 degrees Celsius. So a rapid reaction occurs here while heating, and the product obtained will be B5H9. It is a pentaborane. Similarly, diborane B2H6, diborane, when heated to 150 degrees Celsius, undergoes slow decomposition or slow pyrolysis. We will be having a decaborane B10H14. Okay, B2H6 on heating to 150 degrees Celsius, it will be undergoing slow decomposition to form B10H14. Then this is one of the different methods of preparation of the several boron hydrides. Then the second reaction, that is the action with oxygen. Action of oxygen. See here, this diborane, it will be reacting with oxygen, giving a very large amount of energy, or it will be liberating so much amount of heat. So diborane B2H6 plus 3 molecules of O2 giving B2O3, boron trioxide plus 3 H2O. And also the heat energy liberated, that is equal to minus 2165 kilojoule per mole. Okay, see the amount of heat energy released, it is 2165 kilojoule per mole. It is a very large amount of heat energy that is liberated during this reaction. So this diboranes will be reacting with oxygen, liberating a very large amount of energy. Then the third reaction, that is the hydrolysis. See, it will be reacting with water immediately to form boric acid. Diborane B2H6 plus 6H2O, hydrolysis. On hydrolysis means reaction with water to form boric acid. The formula for boric acid is H3BO3 plus 6H2. Okay, diborane on reaction with water giving H3BO3 plus H2. Then the next reaction with halogens. The fourth reaction. Fourth reaction with halogens. See here, this on reaction with halogens, for example, diborane B2H6 plus chlorine at 25 degrees Celsius. It is a highly explosive reaction to form B2H5Cl. B2H5Cl plus HCl. It is a highly explosive reaction. Similarly with bromine B2H6 plus Br2 at a temperature of 100 degrees Celsius. It is also a very rapid reaction. Similar product is obtained, B2H5Br plus HBr. Okay. Then the next reaction with halogen acids. Fifth reaction with halogen acids. With halogen acids. See here, with halogen acids, the product will be halodiboranes. This is a haloborane, isn't it? Chloroborane, then bromoborane. So here B2H6 plus halogen acid means HCl, giving B2H5Cl. Again halodiboranes plus H2. Similarly with bromine, B2H6 plus Br2, giving B2H5Br plus HBr. This is another halodiborane, bromodiborane. Then again B2H6 plus I2. B2H6 plus I2 giving B2H5I. Iododiborane plus HI. Chlorodiborane, bromodiborane and iododiborane. Then the next one, sixth one, that is the reaction with ammonia. Reaction with ammonia. B2H6 plus NH3, 2 molecules of ammonia at low temperature. At low temperature giving B2H6 dot 2NH3. It's an addition product, that is diammoniate of diborane. The compound is diammoniate of diborane. Diammoniate of diborane. Okay. Then the next reaction. So it is an addition product, B2H6 dot 2NH3. Next reaction, B2H6 excess in presence of ammonia and high temperature. In presence of ammonia and at high temperature, the product will be boron nitride, Bn X times. This is boron nitride. Boron nitride. Okay. Then the next reaction, another reaction with ammonia at a different condition, that is when temperature is increased. 3 molecules of B2H6 plus 6NH3 at a temperature of 200 degrees Celsius giving boracene, that is B3N3H6. B3N3H6, that is boracene or borazole. We have discussed this compound, isn't it? Boracene or borazole plus 12 molecules of hydrogen. Okay, so this is another product. So 3 different reactions are there with ammonia. First one, with ammonia at low temperature, it will be forming an adduct, that is a diammoniate of diborane. Then the second reaction, with excess ammonia and high temperature, we will be having this boron nitride, Bn X times. Then the third reaction with 6 molecules of ammonia at 200 degrees Celsius, we will be having boracene or borazole. Then the next reaction with metals. 7th reaction with metals. The reaction with ammonia is important. Then the next one, 2B2H6 plus 2 molecules of sodium. 2 atoms of sodium giving NaBH4, sodium borohydride. This compound is sodium borohydride. Sodium borohydride, NaBH4, plus one more compound is there, that is NaB3H8. NaB3H8 along with NaBH4. NaB3H8 is octahydroborate. Okay, see 8 hydrogens are there, so it is named as octahydro. How many borons are there? 3 boron atoms are there, so it is octahydro triborate or simply octahydroborate. Okay, octahydro triborate plus sodium borohydride. Then the next reaction, then the 8th reaction with strong alkali. Strong alkali means normally we will be using sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. So here we are writing a reaction with KOH. Okay. So diborane B2H6 plus 2 molecules of KOH, strong alkali, plus 2 molecules of water, giving 2 KBO2 plus 6H2. 2 KBO2. KBO2 means it is metaborate. KBO2 is metaborate. That is another reaction. So with a strong alkali, it gives metaborate. Then the next reaction, and the reaction with CO, carbon monoxide. With carbon monoxide. So B2H6 plus 2 molecules of CO, 100 degrees Celsius, 20 atmospheric pressure, giving H3BCO. H3BCO, that is borane carbonyl. Borane carbonyl. The compound is called as borane carbonyl, H3BCO. So that is diborane reacts with 2 molecules of CO, carbon monoxide, at 100 degrees Celsius and 20 atmospheric pressure, giving H3BCO, borane carbonyl. Then the next reaction, 10th reaction with hydrides. With hydrides. B2H6 plus sodium hydride, 2 molecules of NaH, sodium hydride, giving 2 NaBH4. Again the compound which is you are familiar with, that is sodium borohydride. Reduction using sodium hydride, we will be having sodium borohydride. Then the next reaction, it is a very important reaction, that is a hydroboration reaction, 11th one. It's a very important reaction, hydroboration reaction. Hydroboration reaction. See here, at hydroboration reaction means the reaction is going on in the presence of double bonded compounds or triple bonded compounds. That means with alkenes or with alkynes. With alkenes and alkynes. The reaction is going on with alkenes and alkanes. And also at room temperature with alkenes and alkanes, the products formed are called as organoboranes. The product formed are organoboranes. Okay, so let us write the general reaction. After that we can go through the specific example with propene. Okay, so here I am writing a double bonded compound or an alkene. Okay, so 6 molecules of RCH double bond CH2. See, this is a double bonded compound. This is an alkene. Okay, on reaction with diborane B2H6, the product will be like this: 2 molecules of BCH2 CH2R, then thrice. Okay, so this is organoborane. Okay, see here, this diborane, even we are writing it as B2H6, it will be a dimer, that is BH3 twice. Okay, it will be in the form of BH3 twice. So these 3 hydrogen atoms are replaced by this alkene. And also the alkene will be hydrogenated. That means the double bond will be broken and this one of the hydrogen will be going to this carbon atom, so that this will be becoming an alkane form. Okay, then it will be bonding to this this dimer of boron. Okay, so that we will be having an organoborane compound, and this particular reaction, it is called as hydroboration reaction. Similarly, one more reaction with this triple bonded compound, that means 6R, then C triple bond Cr plus B2H6, giving again the product will be 2B, then R, C double bond CHR thrice. Okay, here also BH3 units are there. The 3 hydrogens are replaced by the double bonded compound. This triple bond is reduced to a double bonded compound. Okay, in the first case the double bond is reduced to a single bonded compound. So this particular reaction, it is called as a hydroboration reaction. And also we can go through one of the example using propene. Okay, CH3 CH double bond CH2 propene plus BH3 twice. That means I am writing it as a dimer of borane. Okay, BH3 twice. So here what happens is that one of the BH3 units, it will be attached to this double bonded compound. Okay, so what happens is that this double bond, one of the double bond, the pi bond will be shifting to this carbon atom, so that this carbon will be getting a negative charge and this carbon will be having a positive charge. Okay, And again, so I'm writing it, the mechanism you doesn't need, but I'm writing for your knowledge or for your information only. So it will be, this compound will be in this ionic form, CH3, CH, single bond CH2. The double bond, it is shifted to this carbon atom, so that this carbon atom will be getting a negative charge, and for this one it will be having a positive charge. Then you have to consider this BH3 unit only. Okay, so BH3 unit I am writing it as HBH2. Okay, then again hydrogen will be having a positive charge and BH2 will be having a negative charge. Okay, BH3 I am writing it in the ionic form. So what happens is that this H plus will be moving to carbon carrying negative charge, and the BH2 minus will be moving to carbon carrying the positive charge. Okay, so what will be the product? The product will be here H plus will be adding, so it becomes CH3 CH2. Okay, CH3 CH2, then single bond, then again this CH2 BH2. Okay, to the positive charge this BH2 minus will be added up, so CH2 BH2. Okay, so in the next step again one more alkene is being added up, or one more propene is being added up, that is CH3 CH double bond CH2. So here again this in this portion this BH2 is there, isn't it? So we can split it as CH3 CH2 CH2 BH negative and H plus. Okay, again this double bond will be shifting here, so this carbon will be having a negative charge and this carbon will be having a positive charge, and the H plus from this position it will be coming to this carbon atom. Okay, and this BH negative unit it will be coming to this position. Okay, so that the compound becomes CH3 CH2 CH2, then twice BH, isn't it? Again one more alkene or one more propene will be added here, that is CH3 CH2 CH2 CH3 CH2 CH2, then again one more propene, one more molecule of propene is being added here, so it becomes CH3 CH2, then CH2 thrice B. Okay, so this is another reaction, or this is the hydroboration reaction. So see here in this dimer of diborane, that is the 3 hydrogens are replaced by these 3 alkene groups. Okay, so that is the hydroboration reaction. So the next part, that is the boron hydrogen cages, that I think I will be taking it in our next session, so that your semester has been extended by university. It will be going on till November first week, I think. So I will be taking the next session in the next class. Okay, so you have to write this lecture notes also, and after writing it you have to submit it in Google Classroom. Only then I will be giving you attendance. Also I will be waiting here at Google Meet. Okay, so write the lecture notes as well, and you have to submit it in Google Classroom. Only then you have to leave the Google Meet, and I will be giving you attendance. Okay, thank you.